Woo. Anyone else hot?
Just it's a little bit warm, isn't it? Whew.
Yeah. Do you see this red face?
Hey, I'll tell you what though, it's good fun, isn't it?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Good fun. Good. Definitely, I need a lot more time with it. Any success I had so far is completely down to luck. It feels
pure fluke.
Yeah, I don't know about you guys.
I did find myself. I played for about 40 minutes. I did find myself getting better. I think the first few rounds, like you say, it was just complete luck, and I timed out a few times just through hitting it and hoping. And but after a few, I was like, okay, I start to get this now. I can hit it up. I can hit it down, side to side. Okay, I'm starting to get there.
It's the going from left to right and swinging the bat at the same time that has thrown me off slightly. I'm not. And also the height, I don't know if I feel really short in the game.
Anything above you, yeah, that I had issues with that as well.
Like I don't want to, put a hole through my ceiling playing this, but there is like that temptation to do just a full-on tennis smash at the ones above your head.
But it is so immersive because I'm in that space and because it's room scale. I think it's room scale VR, so you can walk around in your living room or in my living room, and I'm very painfully aware of where the edges of the room are, and. Well, I was playing it, and after about 10 minutes of playing it, I did a sort of overhead, like whack the ball straight into the mirror above my fireplace. I was like, oh, fuck.
I
properly whacked it. I had to quickly set the headset off. I was like, oh shit, we're not broken that, but luckily
I don't know if you can see. I've got my Lego rocket on my windowsill, so it very nearly went into orbit, but I hit the bottle that was beside it instead. I'm like, what the fuck did I just hit? And it was the bottle rather than the Lego. That had to be the Lego rocket going.
There's going to be a lot of broken tellies thanks to this game. So thanks you all.
Yeah. It's speaking of like a rocket, there is the whole presentation of this, like the space station vibe to it, is so clean. Obviously, we saw that from the demo and screenshots and footage that we've seen so far. But it just being in that really clean, well presented environment is so nice. And I noticed in the main menu, I don't know if you look like to the side, but there's a museum. Yeah. Like it says museum, so I wonder if you're like can collect things as you go along the journey mode.
I love the detail of all of the people out on the all the other people mucking about, larking around outside the spaceship or on trampolines outside your window. It's really very comical.
It's weird how it's like almost so clinical, but there's so much personality in it just from seeing people milling about doing funny little things in the background.
It's that beautifully retro aesthetic. It's really, really nice. It's very Dreamcasty as well. It's all very white and the orange and the blue. It's just the Dreamcast colours, and I love it because it's obviously a remake of a Dreamcast game. It's such a homage to the Dreamcast.
That does change as you go on though. So I've done 4 orbits of the journey mode.
Okay.
And as you go on, it changes colour. So like the paddle, like the boards change, the ball colour changes, the whole environment changes, and each of the stages freshen themselves up a little bit. You've got different challenges to go through. So the journey mode I've been really impressed with so far. I mean, I don't know if you noticed, Ben, it's a roguelike.
It can be, can't it? Because isn't there's a challenge version and there's a Zen version, right?
Yeah, so the Zen version's what I've done because there's no way I'm ready
obviously.
for that challenge version.
Obviously, we're all doing Zen, right? Come on, we're not mad.
Definitely no way. But I mean, I thought, Ben could get a good run at this. No death all the way through.
God, yeah, possibly. That's a big ask, though. But yeah, so we probably should spell out what the modes are. So I don't know if you found anything else, Laurie, but it seems like Journey is like your main one, like single player mode.
Yeah.
And that is, as Alex said, you sort of you almost like plot out your route beforehand. It seems
like. So that's really clever, isn't it?
Yeah. So I guess we can find out what all the little planets are and then do another run that will. So you can see everything. That's quite a unique way to do it, I think.
In each orbit's 8 levels, so you pick your route through the 8 levels to get to the next orbit, essentially. And each level can be a little bit different, a little bit of. I mean, it will tell you like how many things you need to clear, how many stages there are as you pick the level. So there's different. There's like I think the inner and the outer ring give you a different level of difficulty. In terms of when you're trying to track that route through. So that is pretty cool.
Yeah, and it's I mean, just to spell out what the actual gameplay entails. So far, it's been the journey mode for me at least, and I've done 2 orbits. Is just you're trying to clear, almost like Breakout style, trying to clear.
Yeah, it's squash mixed with that Breakout style gameplay of trying to hit the bricks.
And there's obviously various complications that get added to it. Some of them move, and some of them have like blocking
shield things,
layers in front of them, and things like that.
Yeah.
So
and you're on a timer as well that kind of counts down.
Yeah, exactly.
You also get to a stage where you get different ones that have got abilities. So you'll get some that if you hit the right one, it'll clear a whole row, or you'll get some that maybe have like I've got
cool,
like different abilities attached. So it's kind of gets a bit more tactical as to how you get the best time. So you're a bit like, what do I need to hit here and what, rather than just trying to clear them all. It's more about thinking about your route through the level a bit too, which is cool.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of best time, I didn't notice a leaderboard.
I didn't yet, but I think there was in the demo. It looked like there was in the demo, so I think it's in there somewhere.
Okay.
I mean, it's quite good for trophies. I've got 12 trophies.
12 trophies already? Jeez.
Is that all? I've got 30 something, 38 I think so far.
Yeah,
I think that's probably a glitch. Genuinely, look at my trophies. I'm having that. Anyway, so yeah, I think so. That's the single player, but also we've got obviously the multiplayer aspect, which I think is probably where we maybe spend the most time.
Yeah,
there's quite a few different modes in there.
I played the single player mode and then jumped into the multiplayer with Alex, and it felt like the single player. This was just training for the actual game, which is the multiplayer, and it'll be interesting playing that online against people, but playing that with your friends and doing little silly dances when you beat them, that's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun, isn't it? And the 2 game modes we tried, we did one where you just have targets behind you and you basically have to hit your opponent's targets and hit more targets than they hit of yours. So it's quite simple. And then the other mode we played was one where there was a little floating box that kept moving around, and it starts off small, and if each of you miss it, it gets bigger, and if you miss it again, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And if you hit it when it's really small, you get lots of points, and if one of you hits it when it's really big, you just get fewer points. And then it's just whoever gets the most points after 60 seconds or however long you set on the timer. And I really like that one. I thought that was good because that was good around the picking out your targets one. So it's really, it's very tactical.
I think there is a third mode which we haven't tried yet as well, which is around body shots where you're just trying to hit each other. So that one could be quite fun as well.
Correction, 30 trophies out of 35 I've got.
Yeah, that's not right. You've not even done enough. Yeah, right, get this sorted. That's not, no,
you can't take it away from me.
I think we might be a day one patch to update some
it's not going to take trophies
minor
back.
bugs on there.
They're mine. They're my trophies.
Well,
I'm keeping them.
should do.
But yeah, I mean, general sort of first impressions then. How are we thinking about this? Because I would like to just go away now, end this conversation, and go and have another game.
I think it's brilliant. I was a little bit like I liked the demo and about like where could we go with this? How much fun is it actually going to be? And like I was keen to see what the career mode is, and I think the career mode's brilliant. I think what I've played so far of it, I think it's going to be so addictive. Not so much to get through it once, but once you're there trying to beat your scores, trying to get like A grades on each level, trying to get good enough to try and get it through on the challenge mode and things like that. I think there's going to be so much to this game. But as Laurie says, the multiplayer's where it's going to be fun. Like, I think I can see us within the Discord, like having random nights where we're all in a party, jumping in against each other, having a little tournament and stuff, and just like
that will be a lot of fun. I think playing it online against actual opponents, there's going to be some brilliant people. It's like every time I try and play stuff like Mario Tennis online, and just straight away you just get matched up against someone that just completely annihilates you. That's what it's going to be like for me playing this game against randoms. But if I play against our friendship group where everyone's a bit more on the same level, I think it's going to be so much fun.
Definitely, yeah. I'm intrigued to see the level of depth in the single player stuff as well. Like if that journey mode can kind of keep my attention for long enough. I think it's only five orbits in total, or whether they add more single player modes or things like that. But I think the longevity does definitely lie in the multiplayer and I think
co-op,
we should.
I think so. That was because you can co-op the journey mode as well.
Yeah, that would be cool.
And it's okay, and it's a good fitness game as well. There's obviously we all worked up a sweat in just a short while of playing it. I think it's another one of those VR games that, as well as having that's got a skill element to it, it's a good exercise. I can see a lot of people would just boot this up, play it for half hour, start their day just playing it, doing a bit of exercise. Would have been a great one to have during lockdown, wouldn't it? It would have been a great game.
God, yes, absolutely.
Can we have a shout out as well for the music? Man, that's so good. I bet you're loving that, Ben.
It's cool, yeah. It's all really
so
cool.
good.
Just presentation is just top notch, top to bottom, definitely.
And it is funny it's called Zen mode because it is incredibly zen for something that is quite intense and quite like, I want to get through this level and your time pressure and all that. It still feels very zen, and how you've actually managed to achieve that, I think is incredible.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
to
I
not feel that.
I haven't
Sorry.
experienced that zen-like state. It's definitely
I
think with a bit more practice it might, but it's definitely still very much. Come on,
That's good.
Doesn't feel very
it's got that.
zen.
Is it synesthesia? They call it, don't they? Where you
Yes.
just that marrying of your actions to the music, and you just get in that flow state. Sounds like Alex has reached it. You must have got a pretty good flow state to get 30 trophies, Ben. Christ.
know.
I have not done
platinum
that.
in
I have
5
no
minutes.
trophies, nor have I got very far at all. I'm pretty rubbish still. But yeah.
On
it's
that
a lot of fun
note,
still.
let's play some more, shall we?